This week's Torah portion, Parashat Naso, is the longest of the 54 weekly Torah portions, and in it we find the Aaronic benediction, or the priestly blessing, which is both a blessing and a prayer. You might be familiar with this blessing since our congregation sings it every week at the end of Shabbat service. In the Torah, we read that Hashem instructed the sons of Aaron, who were the Kohanim, the temple priests, to bless the children of Israel in this way. But one detail that we don't see on a weekly basis is that the reason for the blessing is for Adonai to put his name over his people. Why would Hashem want to put his name on the children of Israel? What does that even mean? When we say Hashem, we are saying literally the name. Adonai's name embodies his identity. His name is who he is. This is why in the Psalms we see that praising his name is the same as praising him. In Psalm 18, King David wrote, "Therefore I praise you among the nations, Adonai, and sing praises to your name." Hashem's name signifies his strength. Exodus 15 says, Adonai is a warrior. Adonai is his name. And in Psalm 20, we read that some have chariots, some have horses, but we remember the name of Adonai our God. Hashem's name signifies help. Psalm 124 tells us that our help is in the name of Adonai, maker of heaven and earth. Hashem's name signifies hope. Matthew 12 quotes from the prophet Isaiah and says, "In his name the nations shall hope." Hashem's name signifies redemption. Acts 2 tells us that everyone who calls on the name of Adonai shall be saved. The prophet Ezekiel tells us in chapter 36 that God will redeem his people not for their sake, but for his name's sake. The first command that Hashem gave to his people in the 10 words, or the 10 commandments, was not to take his name in vain. In ancient Israel, anyone who blasphemed the name of Adonai was put to death by stoning. This rule applied both to the children of Israel and also to pagans who didn't know the one true God. Hashem demands and enforces respect for his name from everyone. During his earthly ministry, Yeshua, our Messiah, told us, when you pray, say, Father, sanctified be your name. As New Covenant believers, when we worship in spirit and in truth, we lift up the name of Yeshua, which is the name that is above all names. Because of the power in the name of the God of Israel, it's no wonder that the enemies of Adonai come against it. The prophet Jeremiah tells us that false prophets will rise up to cause God's people to forget his name. In Psalm 74, which is a psalm of intercession for the restoration of Zion, the psalmist writes, "How long, O God, will the adversary mock? Will the enemy revile your name forever?" Many of you know that I recently got married and I chose to take my husband's name. It's a difficult process, and changing my name meant changing my identity, literally. Every legal document with my name had to be updated, revised, and reissued. And in the case of marriage, the government won't just change your name because you feel like changing it. You have to provide notarized, signed, and official documents proving your change in status. It's a difficult process, but changing my name was important to me because when I, as his bride, took his name, it formalized in a public way that I am one with him and that I belong to him. Hashem has also given us, as the bride of Messiah, all the evidence that we need to take his name. Adonai cuts a new covenant with his people, sealed by blood, that is accepted in heaven's courts. And the book of Revelation tells us twice that those who are with the Lamb and at his throne will have the Father's name on their foreheads. Hashem also put his name in Jerusalem. So in addition to putting his name on a people, Adonai also put his name on a place. Every attack on Israel, every act of anti-Semitism, every terrorist cell in Gaza, Lebanon, and around the world with the intention of destroying the Jewish people has been a visceral expression of hatred for the name of the God of Israel. In the same way, every trial that you and I face, every injustice done to us that doesn't even make sense according to logic, the war of the ages has been for the privilege of taking his name. Take courage, my friends, because his name endures forever. So now, every time someone prays the Aaronic benediction over you, you can remember that its purpose is for putting Adonai's name on his people. Is that a name that you want to take? Next week's Torah portion will be Parashat Behaloteka, which means when you raise. Please stand.